How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your stimulus check update, stimulus package update. Senator Bernie Sanders on Saturday called out some Democrats who are looking to lower the eligibility thresholds for stimulus checks. Everybody, I would like to give a huge shout out to my friend Bailey David. Go subscribe to her channel and turn on post notifications. Bailey makes informative and great stimulus check updates. And she also covers all the news surrounding SI and SSDI payments. And best of all, Bailey is also doing an Amazon gift card giveaway. If you want to enter Bailey's giveaway, all you have to do is go subscribe to her channel. Remember guys, that subscribing to Bailey David is free. And also, leave a comment down below. The link to Bailey's YouTube channel is in the description. So go be sure to subscribe to her channel, everybody, because she's giving away free Amazon gift cards.
The economic and the human wreckage of this pandemic and the recession caused by the bungled mishandling of this pandemic by the now previous administration. I am encouraged because there's also a positive number. 34 million Americans have been vaccinated. Delaware's been at the forefront of delivering vaccines quickly and safely. And now with President Biden and his team at the helm, they are pulling together the resources of our nation, using the Defense Production Act to deliver needed PPE, testing capabilities, and vaccines to every corner of our country. They have a lot of work to do, and they are behind because of some of the failures of the past, but I am excited by the promise of the future. Yesterday, I had the honor of meeting with President Biden in the Oval Office for an hour first thing in the morning, and we talked about this pandemic and his plan, the American Rescue Plan. The $1.9 trillion in badly needed relief that will touch almost every American family and move us quickly out of this pandemic and back towards growth and security, health, and prosperity. And his determination, despite all the back and forth about numbers, his determination at the very core of what we do to keep in mind the middle class of this country, the folks who've been overlooked, underserved, and most disadvantaged. He is passionate about seeing the ways in which this pandemic has revealed the deep inequities in our country and making sure in how we respond to educational needs, to housing needs, to transportation needs, and to healthcare needs, that we combat the profound inequalities of our society and build back better. As Senator Carper and I were sitting with President Biden going over $1,400 checks and this many months of unemployment extension and this much for housing and homelessness or this much for transit, he said, wait. Just remember at the end of the day, keep in your mind's eye a family, a plumber and a teacher with 2 kids at home, one of them laid off, desperately trying to pay their rent, trying to figure out how to pay their bills, trying to figure out how they can keep a roof over their kids' head. Remember the people we are trying to help. And
the economy lost 140,000 jobs last month. We're in a crisis, and I think that the elected officials will understand that, and I think that the people will help the elected officials understand the crisis that they're in economically, and that they're going to demand action, and so we're going to provide it. So that's where we find ourselves.
So let me ask you, because Joe Biden has said that he wants to work with Republicans, he wants buy-in from Republicans. Some reporting intimated that he and right now Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, soon to be Minority Leader, talk more often than people know. Is he overly optimistic about working with Republicans? You know, you were around during the Obama years. He saw firsthand how the Republicans were obstructionists to Obama's agenda. Is he anticipating anything like that during his administration?
I think you can be optimistic, but at the same time, have the force and wherewithal to soldier through it if you get obstruction. But right now, we're putting the American people first, and we're going to make that argument to Democrats and Republicans that we need to act now, we need to be bold, because families are hurting. And so that's our focus. And so we're going to make that message to everybody who has a vote in the United States Congress.
And let me ask you, as coming in as director of or leading the Office of OPE, what role will you have in convincing your former colleagues and pushing this agenda through?
Look, I'll do whatever the president-elect asks me to do. I'm going to help to mobilize groups and organizations and constituencies to put pressure on members of Congress to make their voices heard, to let members of Congress know that American families are hurting. They're juggling so many things at the same time, and they need government to partner with them, to help them to lift themselves up, because this pain, this economic disaster is above the capacity of many American families right now, and that's the obligation of government to help. So I will make that argument to members of Congress. I will make it to groups and organizations in different constituencies, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure that everyone hears the American people.
Stretched to their limits. The pandemic has made the risk of eviction or foreclosure greater than ever. Some know my early years were spent working around issues of housing and homelessness. I served with the National Coalition for the Homeless in New York and in 5 other states around the country, staying in homeless shelters in the late 80s when homelessness was an explosion, a crisis across this country that impacted families and communities of all types and backgrounds. People experiencing homelessness are particularly vulnerable to COVID-19. Homeless individuals infected are twice as likely to be hospitalized, 4 times as likely to need critical care, 3 times as likely to die. And in Delaware, on Martin Luther King Day, as part of a service project, I got a chance to visit the Hope Center. The Hope Center used to be known as the Sheraton. It was a hotel in foreclosure, and an innovative county executive used some of the CARES Act money that we provided federally to state and local government to buy it at auction and to reopen it as a source of 192 emergency housing rooms that can have up to 400 people in it. It was great to tour that center on Martin Luther King Day, to be part of those delivering personal items and material for those who are now resident at the Hope Center. But it's just one of many examples of how federal resources we provided last year have been used creatively to help keep people in rental housing, in emergency housing, or in their homes. The CDC federal eviction moratorium was extended in the bill we passed in December, but it runs out in March.
As president, he's going to limit his executive orders to things that are constitutional. And so you will see him with a aggressive first 10 or so days using his executive authority. But the other thing I will say, and I have many friends in the United States Senate, you see American families right now juggling 3, 4, 5 things every day. And we would just hope that the Senate can follow suit like
and SSDI. And also, if you have limited income and are a US citizen, you can also apply for you can also apply for SSI payments. Now, if you're age 18 or older, they may consider you disabled if you have medically determinable physical or mental impairment, including an emotional or learning problem. The Social Security Administration is committed to providing benefits quickly to applicants whose medical conditions are so serious that their conditions clearly meet disability standards. That's all the news in today's video, everybody. I hope all of you found this video useful, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on post notifications, and give my video a like. Thank you for watching, folks, and until next time, have a great day and stay safe.